Hey everybody, I wanted to put a little video together today that went over how to do some of the statistical things that you guys are going to have to do for this week for categorical variables. So you'll notice here I have a data set open. This data set is the hockey statistics from 2018, I believe. And it's a good data set. I've used this one a couple of times. I do have I have a rank, I have a player's name. I don't consider either of those variables. I do have age and position and team and some other things here. I'm particularly interested in these two categorical variables, and since it's a categorical variables chapter, I'm going to start with those two. Now, one of the things I always suggest is that you go ahead and copy and paste and go into a new cell. So you can work directly inside of your Excel notebook. I could just come over here and start going, but what might happen here is I might corrupt my data at some point. So what I always suggest is that you keep your data file as one thing, and you go ahead and add new sheets as you go along. And I had copied that data, and I'm simply going to paste it here. And so that pasted all of that data over, and it still aligns in exactly the same way. But now if I play around with it, I'm not so worried that I'm going to lose it. So first thing I want to do is I want to do the frequency table. So the frequency table we've learned is simply just a count. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to put all of the possible positions: left wing, right wing, center, and defense. The goalies are not included here. So then to do the count formula, it's count if. And it asks for a range and a criteria. So for me, the range is all of this column A, and the criteria will be that I want it to equal left wing. Now, since I put left wing in there, it's really easy. I just click on that. If I do that, I close my parentheses and I hit enter, I get 198 left wingers. I can do that same thing again, count if, where I select the range, put a comma, and then I put the right wingers. Or, if you're clever here, you can grab this little box and drag it down. And it'll autocomplete. And we see here that it selects that column A, and it asks to go to compare it, the criteria, to be D5, which was the defenders. I have a good idea, I have an inkling that this is correct. On the ice, there's normally a left winger, a right winger, and a center, and 2 defenders. So the fact that the defenders are about twice as much as the other positions makes sense. A little less, if you know hockey, that would be true. Next thing I want here, before I finish my frequency, is I want the total. So I did a sum. I could just add each one of those individuals, but sum will do it all at once. Why do I want the sum? I want the sum because I want to be able to do the relative frequency. Relative frequency. So the relative frequency, if we recall, is the value divided by the total. So this will give me the relative frequency for left winger, but unfortunately it won't be able to drag down. If I want to make it drag down, I have to freeze that total. I freeze the total by hitting F4 or by putting $ on both the E and the 6. If I do that, I get this percentage. And I can autocomplete down, and actually I want to go down one more, and you see that it's divided each of those correctly. Now you'll say to me, this is not a percentage, it's a decimal. If I want to change it to percent, I just simply click right there, and it changes over to percent. I can, of course, add or subtract decimals if I want to. By playing around with some of these options. This might be something you guys are interested in doing, especially if your numbers are really relatively close. You might put some more decimals in there. I don't really require it, guys. I'm just showing you some of the options. Okay, so that is your frequency and your relative frequency table, and you should be able to copy and paste this table directly into your Word document. So this is one of the things that I'm going to look for in your report, so make sure you put that together. All right, keep working hard, guys.